What is going on, you guys? I'm SuperRebel. So today I'm going to be sharing a story with you about the time I almost died. Now this morning I asked you guys on Twitter if you'd like me to share this story, and there were quite a lot of you guys that wanted this, so that is why I'm doing this video. And obviously I'm doing it in a vlog style as well, and just to throw it out there, because I'm not really familiar about the vlogging videos and stuff like that, this might be a little bit shit, like in terms of camera and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, if you guys would like me to vlog more and do sort of videos like this more often, go ahead and like the video. And if you guys have like a specific story of something that's happened to you in your lifetime that is, I guess, just gonna stick with you for like ever, and you would like to be in the next video, then go ahead and email that story to the email in the description below. I made a specific email for it because I thought this would be kind of cool to do like a series on, of course if we do get enough stories. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. Now, I would just like to say, if you are a girl, this is probably not the video for you. I just want to throw that out there. But anyway, this is the story about how I almost died, and it happened about 3 years ago now. And funny enough, that was the time when I did start properly making videos on YouTube, if that makes sense. Like, it became more of a hobby, like something I really enjoyed doing. So here's the story. So I was about 14 years old, maybe 15, but I think 14, and I was in year 10 in secondary school. Now, I'm not sure what you would call that in another country such as the US. I'm not sure if that counts as high school, but like I said, I was 14 or 15, so I guess just figure it out like that. Now, anyway, in PE, me and my friend used to always hit each other in the nuts. Now, that probably does sound weird, and actually, thinking about it now, that sounds really creepy. But of course you guys know what I mean. It's just one of those things. It's just life, I guess. It's just a thing that boys do. But anyway, every single PE lesson, we used to just hit each other in nuts. I don't know why, but he'd run past me and hit me in the nuts, and I'd obviously go and get him back by hitting him in the nuts. But basically, long story short, about 3 weeks after we were constantly hitting each other in the nuts every PE lesson, which was once a week by the way, it came to a stage where things got serious. So one PE lesson, he hit me in the nuts and it hurt. It hurt a lot than it usually would, if that makes sense, and the pain lasted for longer than it usually would. So I'd say it lasted for about half hour, and I actually had to go and sit on the bench to just basically relax and get rid of the pain. So half an hour goes past and my things are okay right now. My private parts are cool. I don't have the pain, but it was really painful to an extent where I just couldn't be asked to get him back, and I was like, look dude, we should just leave it now because that one really hurt. So no one hit each other in the nuts after that, but basically about 9 o'clock I felt a sharp pain. Now it lasted for about 10 seconds, not anything I would consider serious, like I just didn't think anything of it. But now this is where it gets serious. So it was in the middle of the night, I'd say about 2 a.m. in the morning. I woke up from just sharp pain basically downstairs. It really hurt. It was like someone was punching my nuts, or someone just was squeezing them really hard, and I was just in agony, right? So I tried to go back to sleep because, again, I didn't really think of it as anything serious. I just thought maybe I might have done something by accident, like when I was sleeping. I might have turned in my bed and hit it with my leg. I really don't know, but I just didn't think it was anything serious. So I tried to go back to sleep and I just couldn't go sleep. I even was rotating on my bed, like I was going from one side to the other side. I was having one leg on the floor trying to go sleep, and I just couldn't do it. Now my stomach started to hurt and everything, and I was like, what the hell is going on, right? So it's obviously 2 a.m, everyone is asleep. Now I was feeling really sick, right? To an extent where I had to sit up and basically hold my stomach, like, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm in bad pain. Like, I couldn't even talk, right? So I tried to stand up and I just couldn't stand up. Like, literally, I felt if I had stood up for longer than 3 seconds, I was just gonna die. Like, the pain was that bad. So I was like, right, this is really serious. I need to tell my parents. So it's 2 a.m, of course they are asleep. So what I had to do is actually crawl to their room. Believe it or not, I had to crawl to their room. Now, thank God my dad woke up, because of course it's not one of those things you want to talk about like with your mum, if you know what I mean, because they're not gonna really understand. But because my dad is a really deep sleeper, like there could be like a massive like gunfire outside and big explosion and he would just still be asleep. But my mom woke up because she wakes up really easy, and I was like, look mum, I'm in pain. And obviously I had to say like in my private parts, And it's just one of those things you really want to talk about with your mum, right? Like I said a few seconds ago. So she just said, go get some water and relax and try to go back to sleep. But I was trying to explain, look, I'm in pain, I can't do that. I am crawling, I need help basically. So she woke up my dad, and my dad was a bit confused, and he said more or less the same thing that my mum said, go get some water and just try and relax. Now, as soon as he said that, I just threw up. Like, out of nowhere, I just threw up all over the floor, and that is when my dad was like, alright, what is going on? So I tried to stand up. Again, I couldn't stand up. I was literally on the floor, and my dad was like, look, we gotta take you to the hospital. But thank God my dad did actually say that, because my mum wouldn't have actually said go to the hospital because she didn't think it was anything that serious. But of course, when I threw up, she was like, alright, what is going on? So thank God we do have a driver as well, because I didn't have to walk the road to get to the car or anything like that. So my dad helped me walk down the stairs. I got my trainers on, and my dad phoned up A&E when we was in the car, telling them the situation, like what's happened to his son, of course me, and they were like, definitely bring him in right now, and we need to see him urgently. So I got there, and I was describing my pain, and they saw my pain, the doctors, and they were like, look, we know what it is. Basically, your appendix is twisted. Now, what this means is the blood was just not circulating downstairs. So there was no blood at all, hence why I had that really, really bad pain. And that, it could have killed me. The doctor said if I had come in later, I could have possibly lost a nut or basically just died, because from basically the pain in general, because it was that bad. So a woman started injecting my arm and stuff like that. And I do take note, I am really, really scared of needles, right? I have a massive phobia about needles. And what she did is she injected this like right in the middle where you would usually have a blood test. And I really, really hate that part. But she injected me there, and then she was like, oh, it didn't go in all the way, we're gonna have to do the other arm. So obviously, for a dude that has a massive phobia about needles, this isn't exactly the thing you want to hear. But anyway, she done that, and they were like, look, we need to operate on you. Like, within the next hour, you need to have an operation. Now, I saw like the facial expression on my dad's face. He looked like he was going to cry, and that made me really, really worried, because I've never seen my dad basically like that in my entire life. So I'm like, crap, this is actually serious. Am I going to die? Like, I wanted to cry myself, but I managed to hold it in. And obviously, like, where I've never had an operation in my life before, I was just really, really scared. But anyway, long story short, they put like a mask over my face and stuff like that. And there was this dude, like, looked like someone from Tarzan. Like, honestly, it looked like someone you'd find in a Tarzan movie. I was like, what the hell, right? This dude didn't even look like a doctor or like one of those people that do an operation. But anyway, they put the mask on my face, they done another injection, and he was like, this is basically going to put you to sleep. So my dad was talking to me, and all of a sudden my vision just started to go like, literally like that. Like the stuff you'd see in a film when they're about to pass out. That is exactly what I saw. Like, it was really, really weird. But before that, in general, I didn't really feel comfortable about exposing my nuts to a bunch of random people I've never ever met in my entire life that look like people you'd find in a Tarzan movie, and for them to operate on me. I honestly thought I was gonna die, but thank God they basically untwisted it, and everything was fine. But that was how I almost died. Now, moral of the story is, don't take your nuts for granted. Like, seriously, I know it's a boy thing that everyone gets hit in the nuts, and I can guarantee 98% of the people watching this video, who of course are boys, have experienced getting hit in the nuts, and it's not a nice feeling, right? But it's just one of those things that happens. But like I said, moral of the story, be extremely careful, because it can literally cost you your life. That is how dangerous hitting someone in the nuts can be. But anyway, that about wraps up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did and would like me to do more of these sort of videos, go ahead and like the video. And don't forget, if you would like to be in the next video and you have a story, of course, go ahead and email that story to the email in the description below, and it will possibly be in the next video. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. But till then, adios amigos.